VTHN welcomes you to the following presentation of Virginia Tech Hockey. VTHN.
After what many are calling it the game of the year last night down in North Carolina, the NC State Icepack and Virginia Tech Hokies entangle once again as they clash tonight in a critical ACCHL matchup inside the Lancerlot Sports Complex. Last night's hero for the Hokies, Cam Kazai, is coming off a 2-goal, 2-assist performance against the Icepack. How will the reigning ACCHL Rookie of the Year replicate his performance tonight? And number 33 has been on a heater. There is no question about it. 10 wins as a rookie freshman. He faces the Icepack for the first time in his career tonight in hopes of sweeping the weekend series. On. Sorry about that, everyone. Hello and welcome to the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. My name is Chris Pierce. That's Kyle being joined tonight for this big matchup between the Virginia Tech Hokies and the North Carolina State Icepack. These two teams faced each other last night in a grueling 6-5 overtime game that saw the Hokies come out on top. Kyle, the Hokies are going to come into this one looking to sweep the Icepack, but for the Icepack, they had a little bit of a sloppy night. How do you think they're going to respond, and how do you think the Hokies are going to try to get that sweep over the Icepack tonight?
Well, NC State, they're going to come out aggressive. That's what they've done so well in this series so far this season. Being aggressive, really being the initiators on offense, which Virginia Tech doesn't face very often. Usually scoring first and usually scoring often, but NC State so far has got the best of them on the scoring. But the Hokies, I think what they got to do is just keep it clean. The last few games, they've had a lot more penalties than earlier in the season, and that's definitely hurt them a lot. Yeah, well, let's actually go back to how this season started. Back in September, opening night, it was the Hokies and the Icepack. The Hokies would trail early as the Icepack would come out firing 2-0 early in the first. It wasn't until Gavin Peduzzi got the party started for the Hokies, scoring on the power play. And then later on, the Icepack would tally on. All the goals were scored in the first period. The Icepack would come out on top against the Hokies. We'll send it now down to ice. We'll get the starting lineups and national anthem.
Let's welcome to the ice the starters. First, for the visitors from North Carolina State. Starting at forward, number 12, Aiden Brenner. Starting at forward, number 17, Dalen Langston. Starting at forward, number 10, Brayton Strong. Starting on defense, number 16, Tate Sodden. Starting on defense, number 18, Andrew Thordston. And starting in goal, number 1, Isaac Taylor. And always, ladies and gentlemen, before we start, we'd like to welcome to the ice tonight, Mike of the Night, Declan Nichols. Before the draw,
And welcome to the Virginia Tech Hockey Network, some pre-game festivities. It is Fan Appreciation Night here at the lot. Chris Pierce, Kyle Bean joined here on the broadcast booth. We got Jordan Parham, our videographer, Anna Marie Dean as our graphic and producer for tonight's game between the Virginia Tech Hokies and the North Carolina State Icepack. Kyle, it's going to be a fun one.
Oh, it is going to be a great game. Any indication from the first two matchups, it's going to be a tight race between these teams. Two of the best in the region. You've got huge playoff stakes on the line here in terms of a crucial seeding weekend, especially with everything that's happened in the Southeast region across the weekend. I mean, Florida Gulf Coast losing 2 games, that is so important for Virginia Tech with the potential to jump up into that 2 slot.
And we'll get into more of that later as the game progresses. A huge one for both teams. Let's give you the starting lineups first for the North Carolina State Icepack and head coach Tim Healy. He'll throw out his 4th offensive line of Braden Strong, Taylon Langston, and Aiden Brenner, and then the defensive pair of Tate Salden and Andrew Thronton. And then he wasn't in there last night. It was Addison Lawrence, but tonight they got Isaac Toyer, who faced the Hokies opening night. So hopefully a little more luck on the Icepack side for Coach Mullen in his 13th season at the helm for Virginia Tech. He'll throw out his second forward line of Tulo Hearn and Zach Stort. And on the defensive pairing of Drew Takray and Kevin McAfee, and in net, the rookie freshman 10-0 Tucker Forrest. And away we go here from the Lancerlot Sports Complex. Hokies in the Icepack here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. North Carolina State starting with it. Tulo to Austin Hearn. Hearn will try to weave his way into the zone. Puck will trickle down to the far side. Thronton will toss that one up the boards, and will be eventually cleared to neutral ice. Stort trying to juggle the puck into his possession, unable to grasp it. The Icepack scored 2 goals in the opening 6 minutes of last night's contest down in Mooresville. For the Hokies were able to come back and had a big second period where they scored 3 goals. And eventually the Icepack would come back to tie things up late with 38 seconds off the stick of Captain Zach Herman, who almost chased that one. Dumped out by Lanigan. And then it was Cam Kazai, the overtime hero for the Virginia Tech Hokies. In their last 14 meetings, is that shot there, patted away by Tucker Forrest off of Gifford. Virginia Tech Hokies, in their last 14 matchup against Icepack, they've only won 2 of those, and both of them have come in overtime. If you remember last year during this time at the lock, Gavin Peduzzi hit a top shelf sniper to win in overtime. His shot there goes wide. Lanigan slap shot, that one blocked, and the Icepack will clear it.
These are just 2 teams where NC State, they've come out of the better against the Hokies more often than not, but Virginia Tech really giving them a run for their money this weekend.
Nick Shook will dump that one, squeezed by Forrest, and we'll have our first whistle of the game. These are 2 evenly matched teams. I mean, if you look on the stat sheet, you got, Kazai and Peduzzi, everybody knows for the Hokies. But for NC State, you have Daniel Prasma, who's really the front runner for ACCHL Rookie of the Year, putting up a clinic, scoring about 40 points a game, as well as I mentioned Zach Robinson, their captain. Or excuse me, Zach Herman. That shot there by Shook, saved by Tucker Forrest. It looks like it was about to squeeze past his pads.
I think Forrest just sat on that one.
Yeah, not.
Got around the back, but just couldn't quite get that momentum into the net.
We're talking about the balance of these 2 teams. Tucker Forrest, their Hokie second string goalie. You had Ian Key start last night. And then the Icepack as well with Toyer and Lawrence as well. A good 2-way combination as Gordon tries to center that one for Andrew. He had his sticks tangled up, unable to receive that pass in the slot.
Just couldn't get that one. That's a spot that the Hokies have really thrived this season. Just getting jammed up right in front of the net, trying to hammer it home.
Puck stays in the offensive zone for the Hokies. Fantozzi, big hit delivered on Tyler Gordon. He falls down on the far side. Ewan Andrew tangled with Ricky Frosch. Still loose, eventually taken down to the near side. Dahlin hands it off to Shook. Shook skating up with it. He'll just toss it in. First one coming out there is Reese Johnson. He meets Barrett Lunder behind the net. Centering pass for Shook. Couldn't get a stick on it. And the ensuing shot there from Tate Salden goes high above and on the net for a whistle. What are you noticing so far from these two teams as we're, just about 3 minutes into this one?
Well, we're not seeing a whole lot of breakaways, and that's another area that Tech thrives when they get on the run, because they do have some really speedy skaters. But overall, you've just got two very evenly matched teams, and some of the best freshmen in the country as well, which we talked about. Prasma probably being that front runner for the league as Rookie of the Year, but there's so many other freshmen out here that are really right up there in the mix.
Yeah,
it's impressive with these two
you're
groups.
talking about Tucker Forrest, being a rookie, maybe contender for goalie of the year. And then you got J.H. Lagas, who isn't suited up tonight. He's been out for this weekend with an injury. So he's unable to skate out there. But, I mean, like you said, there's a lot of talent on the ice with these two teams. And it was certainly on display last night, as that one kept in by Salden. His shot blocked by Veneri. Tuckray, who did a really good job last night, he had an assist in the win. It's a big push down by McAfee, asserting his dominance over Daniel. To Cray. Here comes Camden Globitz. Globby loses the puck, able to be kept in by McAfee, as it looks like we'll have a power play coming up for the Virginia Tech Hokies.
I think it's a delayed penalty on McAfee.
Or it might be, I don't know.
Is what it looked like. I saw the hand go up right after he shoved down.
Yeah, he's heading to the bench. Not the right song to play if you're the PA guy playing our power play song as we head to the bench. It fooled me, I gotta be honest. Fooled me a little bit, but yeah, McAfee heads to the bench, and this is something that's killed the Hokies in these past couple games, allowing the other team to get on the power play. We saw with UNC a couple weeks ago, they scored 2 goals in the power play. We saw last week that was their demise against UNC Wilmington that led to their second loss in the season. And last night as well, NC State scoring 2 power play goals, as that shot there deflected off a stick and out of play. McAfee assessed for roughing, so it'll be a 2-minute power play for the Icepack. It'll be Herman along with Johnson, Shook, Prasma, and Thronson, who has the puck. Shook tries to feed it back to Thronson. Good stick there by Paduzzi. Unable to clear it was Max Sullivan of the Hokies. Behind the net now, Herman surveying, looking, finding a passing partner to Shook, who was waiting in the slot. They'll have to reset, though, as that pass from Thronson cross ice. Shook takes it. Shook taps it off the far side. Sullivan able to just clear it off the stick of Shook, and the Icepack will have to retreat. Herman, Shook. Excuse me, that's Prasma. His shot off the stick of Sullivan. Good defense there by the rookie. Paduzzi kicks it. Tries to send it ahead for Cam Kazai. Kazai walking in, shooting, scoring! Cameron Kazai, have yourself a weekend!
My goodness, you cannot let this guy play on the PK. Cam Kazai will score a man down on you more often than he won't.
Leads the nation in short-handed goals, and he shows you there exactly why. Beats a glove blocker side, past Toyer, gets the Hokies up 1 here in the first. And right off the face-off, Austin Hearn tries to draw some more offense for the Hokies as Oliver will take it into the zone. Oliver will send it around. Kaufman, Barrett Lunder there to meet him. Kaufman. He'll battle. Bryce losing his stick. He'll try to head to the bench as that one-timer was whiffed on by Kaufman. Kaufman waiting patiently. Tries to center in front. I believe that was intended for Welgarts, but good deflection there and gives the Hokies some more time to chew off.
That's smart PK there from Tulo. Getting in the spot, knowing where that pass is going to be, and getting there before it to knock it away.
Here comes Kaufman. Oliver tries to do a little behind the back play. Puck bounces to the far side. Kaufman will regain possession. He'll hand it back. Cross ice over to Welgers. Welgers down low, back at the point. Wrist shots, that one deflected. Hokies back out full strength. Missed opportunity there by the Icepack as the puck will trickle all the way down and we'll have an icing. Hokies up 1-0 off of Cam Kazai stick. He, last night, with that 4-point performance against NC State where he had 2 goals and 2 assists, he is now at 101 career points, which is the fastest anybody in Virginia Tech program history has gotten to 100. 48 games. Peduzzi, it took him 63.
It's wild to think that this pairing is going to be here next season again. I mean, you see the development of the team over the course of the year, and you get a little bit more of that next season. This is going to be a team to look out for.
Austin Hearn will skate around, falls down. There's a nice nifty move over to the defenseman. DeCray tries to body it down the ice as we'll have a hand pass. And we'll have a whistle. Not even 6 minutes into this one. Hokies up 1-0. A lot of action on both sides of the ice. We'll have Down Fantozzi going up against Taylon Langston. On the near side dot, Teo Lanigan stops in his tracks. He'll clear it just barely off the glove of Strong. Lanigan to Sullivan. Sullivan will backhand that one to Ewan Andrew. Ewan Andrew between his legs. He'll at least get it to neutral ice where he'll be taken by the Icepack. Off of Thronson, Strong. Puck bouncing, and it's going to be off sides. Langston coming in with the puck a little too late. He had a couple Icepack members in the zone, and we'll have another whistle.
I think NC State is doing a great job keeping the puck in the offensive zone, dominating possession a little bit more, but they just haven't been able to get the shot opportunities that they've been looking for. The defense getting in the way and just trying to poke things out.
Yeah, a lot of those opportunities that presented themselves last night's game were those open opportunities. There were some on the wing, some in the slot, but the Hokies have really eliminated those chances so far in this one. Granted, we're only about 7 minutes into the game. Sullivan will risk that one in. Go for a change. Down on the near side. Wilgers. Cross to its partner. Off a shook skate. Arthur Sang will have it for the Hokies. Sang will travel to on the right side. He'll just shoot that one into Toyer's belly, and we'll have a whistle. Productive shift from the fourth line of Globitz, Sang, and Veneri. Coach Moore will throw out his first line, which last time on the ice scored the game's opening goal. Garlock, Peduzzi, Kazai. Kazai tries to weave his way in. Toyer covering it up. My goodness, a dangerous opportunity right there off the faceoff.
The Hokies are definitely getting feisty tonight, just trying to stick something through past Toyer. Doing a good job so far, though.
And this first line of the Hokies, as I mentioned, with Peduzzi, Garlock, and Kazai, they've already set a single season line record for most points in a season. And we still got a game to go, and the playoffs, and potential resources. That feed in front! Intended for Garlock, saved by Toyer. Kazai heads up play, finds Garlock in the slot, but he sends it right into the stomach of Toyer for the save.
Good read from Toyer right there. He saw Garlock just planted right in front of the crease and was well aware that that pass was coming.
We'll have another face-off, this time to the left of Toyer. Peduzzi off the face-off. Garlock will take it. He'll be pinned up against the boards. Kazai, the Brian Rice. Rice's wrist shot, that one deflected and off of Toyer. Rice, who had 4 points last night, a goal and 3 assists. He'll wrist shot that one off of Shook. It goes down below for Garlock. Garlock tries to leave it for Peduzzi. Kazai will end up with it. Kazai, he'll try to be the man, but will be taken by the Icepack. Still not cleared. Brian Rice will send it back down low behind the net as Kazai runs in with an official. Peduzzi slaps it. Kazai, he had Garlock wide open in front of the net, though unable to handle it. Kazai really working the boards here. Peduzzi, Rice, Lunder's slap shot, saved by Toyer, rebound. Garlock falls on top of him. So we'll have a whistle. 12:02 remaining here in the opening period. That was a very productive shift by that first line of the Hokies offense.
It was. I think Frosch kind of sent Garlock into the goalie himself.
Yeah.
It wasn't Garlock's own doing. So get a whistle there with Toyer getting all bumbled around.
Off the face-off, Tulo thought he had it, able to be cleared, and charging after it are the Icepack. McAfee, he's right into by Daniel. Able to be cleared by the stick of Hearn, the center ice, and Salden will just toss it to McAfee. McAfee will swing it around the boards. Salden, that pass. Hearn off the Icepack bench. Salden will be met there by Tulo. He'll be pinned up against the boards. Kept in by McAfee. McAfee towards the net. Able to be pushed to center ice. Well, Drew Tokray will take over. The freshman from New Jersey will send it into neutral ice. Salden. He'll push that one towards the Hokies bench. Icepack will go for a change. Full line. Tulo, long pass. He'll dump that one off of Toyer as he gets hit there by Limpani. Hearn. He'll be hit there by Limpani once again. With the Icepack now charging ahead. Flip to center ice. Lanigan tries to play it down. Trying to stay with it. Where's the Icepack? That one's going to be flipped into the Hokies bench, and we'll have a whistle.
Hokies got lucky right there, playing that one down. Led to a potentially costly turnover, but with numbers on the defense, able to poke it away and just shove something out.
Herman, the captain for the Icepack, will take the face-off against Down Fantozzi. Two really good face-off takers. I think Fantozzi statistically is the best face-off taker on the team, as Sullivan will hit that one off the far board. Tried to be cleared by Hearn, kept in, and shooting that one wide, deflected to the left of Tucker Forrest. He'll swipe it in front of the net, dangerous. But Max Sullivan will come away with it. Sullivan to Stort. Excuse me, that was Hearn bouncing that one, deflected high. Glove down by Lipani. Fantozzi. Lanigan up the boards, kept in. Gifford trying to pass it. I don't know if the odds would have said shoot that one. He had a little lane there, but tried to give it away, and it caused a turnover. Gifford off of his stick. Icepack will go for an offensive change. Forrest lends it for Brian Rice. Rice up the boards to Tyler Gordon. Gordon will send it in behind the net to behind Toyer. Globitz. He'll just risk that one to the far near side. And now come the Icepack. It's Langston. He'll flip that one out of play, and we'll have a whistle.
That one did not come off the stick right. Dumped it over into the crowds right on the bleachers. A great crowd out here tonight, too.
Yeah, probably the best crowd of the season. You know, when the rivals come to town, everybody wants to watch. Really good crowd. You know, we had the bus coming from Blacksburg, so a lot more people came to this game. Had a good night at Tots last night with the watch party. Overall, very successful weekend for Virginia Tech hockey.
That watch party was so much fun. You get everybody all packed in with the big screen, watching the game.
I mean, we were there, and when that goal was scored by Cam Gazai in overtime, you could hear the pop that came from everybody in that room. Something certainly that the team is definitely looking forward to in the future, as that shot there goes wide off the stick of Strong. Staying it with it now, and dangerous pass in front of the net. Sang able to clear it just barely off his stick, and it goes into the Hokies bench, and we'll have a whistle. They mentioned the Hokies beat the Icepack last night 6-5. These two teams faced each other here at the lot, opening game of the season. All goals were scored in that first period. Peduzzi scoring the lone 2 goals for the Hokies. For the Icepack, they had 3 of their own. Toyer started that game for the Icepack. For the Hokies, it was Ian Key, but tonight this is Tucker Forrest's first time against the Icepack. Certainly a story to watch out for. As off the face-off, finding Shook in the slot. He couldn't handle it. Ahead now comes Gavin Peduzzi. He'll backhand that one. The Toyer saved. But another missed opportunity for the Icepack. They had Shook right wide open in the slot, but it just, again, skipped over his stick. unable to control it and potentially get a shot off.
The passes haven't been quite as clean as I would have expected. Just losing them a little bit, bobbling just a tiny bit off the stick. And it makes it tough to read, and you can't get the shot right where you want it to go.
McAfee at the point, he'll wrist that one towards the net, goes behind. Shooting that one was Kazai from behind the net. Goes off of Toyer, but ahead come the Icepack with Johnson. Johnson will take it wide, shooting that one off of Forrest. Rebound in front, unable to be hit home. Bouncing puck, Peduzzi. He'll be taken away from by Johnson to Cray. He'll survey, hit it off the glass, and it'll trickle all the way down. No icing is called as it was deflected by the Icepack. Salden, he'll swipe that one to the near side. Shook will dump it in. Sullivan, he's got Daniel on him. Height advantage for the Icepack, but doesn't matter. Bouncing puck kept in by the leg of Oliver. Stort surveying, gets it to Tulo. Able to clear the zone, Austin Hearn. Hearn backhands it in behind the net. Limpani sends it around. Big hit delivered there. That was Welget's. Oliver, Icepack trying to clear his. Tulo delivers a hit. Sullivan slap shot, that one deflected. Lanigan, he'll shoot that one. It goes off of Hearn. Stort gets pinned by Oliver. More physicality as the game is starting to pick up. That one intended for Gifford, who was streaking past the defense. Though unable to get a stick on it, will have an icing. Dangerous opportunity there if that pass connected.
Very much. The Hokies got lucky with that one, that they just couldn't make it work out. Once again, the passes not quite getting to their intended targets and really making the game what it is so far.
So while a face-off inside the offensive zone for the Hokies, it'll be Don Fantozzi going up against Oliver. Fantozzi wins that one, gets it to Barrett Lunder. Lunder will swing it around the boards to Ewan Andrew. Ewan Andrew to Fantozzi, backhanded for Gordon, who was too late to a spot. Good setup there by the Hokies. Gordon unable to get to a spot in the slot, and he would have had a good chance there. Forrest will leave it for his teammate, Lunder, to Gordon. It would be cleared by Fantozzi. Andrew, full-handed steam into the offensive zone. He's done a pretty good job out of this season on the forecheck, as Andrew had a chance there of getting the puck, but it bounced over his stick. Saw that last weekend with Ewan Andrews' hustle, resulting in a Tyler Gordon goal. There's ahead now with Zach Herman, but there's going to be a whistle. And it's going to be a power play for the Hokies. A Grand Home Furnishing power play. The Hokies power play this season is sponsored by Grand Home Furnishings, your local home furnishing headquarters, always with the lowest prices guaranteed. Gifford's going to head to the box. The Hokies were 2 for 5 on the man advantage last night. Had goals from Brian Rice as well as Gavin Peduzzi on the power play. As Garlock right off the face-off will tangle with Dalton. Peduzzi's right shot, saved by Toyer. Garlock was there for the rebound, just went past his stick. Peduzzi once again. He'll go to the slot. He'll feed it for Kazai. Kazai waits at the wing, gets it back to Peduzzi. Peduzzi waiting, shooting, save, rebound in front. Toyer trying to cover it. Kazai couldn't finish. Puck still loose, eventually to Peduzzi. He'll send it to Rice. Back to Peduzzi. Peduzzi steps, gives it over to Rice. Rice fires, saved by Toyer. Kazai, Peduzzi, he'll walk in, shooting, saved by Toyer. Rebound in front, Kazai couldn't bury it. Kazai to Rice. Rice. Peduzzi to Fantozzi. He gets a clean shot, and that one wide, kept in by Peduzzi.
The Icepack need to clear this puck.
Peduzzi, that one off the stick of Fantozzi. Hokies a mounting pressure as the Icepack get a needed dump and clear, but the Peduzzi is right back on it. Oh, gives it up. Zach Herman on the penalty kill. He'll skate in to Tucker Forrest. And it'll be touched by Garlock. And we'll have a penalty coming up against the Hokies, so it'll be 4-on-4 for the next 46 seconds. Brian Rice will head to the box. Certainly not what you want to see if you're a fan of the Virginia Tech Hokies.
No, certainly not. But going back to Toyer, impressive work from him there in the goal, keeping his composure. He didn't do himself any favors with all the rebounds, but being able to recover, that is a crucial possession right there for the Icepack.
Yeah, the Hokies are really dangerous with that rebound control situation. With usually they'll strike when the rebound is hot, but unable to do so there as Chulo will try to feed it for Herman, the captain for the Icepack, will survey on the near side, stops in his tracks. Herman will leave it for Prasma. Prasma, the fascinating rookie. Good stick there by Tucker Forrest, but it goes right back to Prasma. Prasma to Salden. Herman feeds it for Prasma, who tries to get it in front, saved by Forrest. Rebound. Prasma couldn't get it through. 5 seconds left on the 4-on-4 before the NC State gets a power play. Icepack back at full strength as the shot there by Prasma. Loose in front. Forrest can't cover it. Still loose in front. Excellent job. That shot saved by Forrest. Rebound scoring is Prasma. And we're tied.
NC State just battering the goal. Isaac Toyer saw it just a moment ago, and now it flips onto Tucker Forrest. A really tough defensive stand for Virginia Tech. So many shots, so many rebounds, getting all crazy, but not able to clear that puck, just planted it right there in the center.
The persistence of the Icepack gets them their first goal of the game, and to tie it up at 1 on the power play. Again, something that the Hokies have struggled with so far in 2025 is killing the penalty. They let one go here, and we're all knotted at 1. Looks like there's going to be some discussion with head coach Tim Healy and the referees. Looks like it's all sorted out. We'll have a face-off. You rang the bell there, Kyle. I mean, the endless chances for the Icepack, it was almost expected that they were going to get one in on that power play with the persistence of Prasma as well as Herman and that whole power play unit. A Strong will take over for the Icepack.
You just can't see that many shots so close to each other. You gotta clear the puck, give your goalie a chance to reset and take a breath.
Yeah, Forrest was like scrambling like eggs out over there. As that shot there blocked by Fantozzi. He was going from side to side, doing everything he could to protect the puck, but eventually it would go in. As that shot there whistles past Forrest. Gordon able to clear it for Andrew. Ewan Andrew. He'll skate, give it to Cray. To Cray's wrist shot saved by Toyer. Gordon, he's met there by Strong. Able to be cleared to Cray. Off of Gordon. Wilgars. Battle there on the far side, eventually taken by Limpani. Limpani off the glass on the near side. Brian Rice gloves it down. Coffin. Wilgars. Miss pass there. Kept in by Garlock. Garlock on the near side. Feeds it in front for Paduzzi. Just barely missed a good clean shot. Kazai. He'll be pushed down, but using his strength, gets it to the point with Rice. Rice sends it around the boards. Lunder charging after it. He'll be met there by Shook. Keeps it in. Garlock. Kazai. Kazai behind the feeds it in front for Paduzzi. Another golden opportunity for the Hokies. As now here come the Icepack with Coffin. Coffin and Kazai tangle. No whistle. Play goes on. Garlock. Paduzzi. Paduzzi. Back to Garlock. Garlock, he's shot. Blocked there by Frost. Rebound in front. Dangerous once again.
Seeing a lot of rebounds tonight. I'm curious why that is. There's so much less cover-ups and glove saves than we're used to seeing from both these two teams.
Shot there by Shook, easily saved by Forrest. 1:44 remaining here in the opening period of play. 1-1 is the score. Shook takes it for himself. He'll try to shoot it. Good defense there by Zach Stewart. Stewart, commotion behind the net, no penalties. Tulo will charge after it. He'll battle with Dahlin. On the near side, Dahlin behind the net. Surveys, gives it ahead. Back to Dahlin. Dahlin pushes it up the boards. Daniel lost it at his feet. Dahlin. He'll skate in the circle. Makes his move around Stewart. Pushes into the offensive zone. His shot scooped up by Forrest. 1 minute remaining here at the lot in the opening period of play. 1-1 is our score.
There are some great battles happening down in the crease for both these two teams. On the last possession, keep an eye on Garlock battling down there right in front of the goalie, just fighting for position.
Well, that's been his specialty all season long, and it's why he's been so successful in getting, I believe he's now over 40 points on the season, or close to. I mean, again, you pair him with Kazai and Paduzzi, who are just assist machines. It's one of the reasons why the Hokies' first line has been so successful. Prasma slaps that one off the Icepack bench, taken by Herman. Herman takes it himself, shooting that one high, saved by Forrest. He pushes it up above the net. Kept in. Thronson, his wrist shot. Saved by, shot blocked by Gordon. Is that one? Their big rebound once again. Thronson. Down low to Herman. Herman, his wrist shot gloved by Tucker Forrest, who was hugging that post. 4.6 seconds remain in the opening period of play. 1-1 is our score. Goals by Cam Kazai, the former ACCHL Rookie of the Year, reigning ACCHL Rookie of the Year, and Daniel Prasman, who looks to be the ACCHL Rookie of the Year this year. Lots of talent on these two teams. Off the face-off, Kazai just winding some time off the clock, and that will conclude the first period. Kyle, your thoughts?
This is a tough game. We are in for a great next two periods. The battle, the even battle between these two groups, it's incredible. You've got two of the best teams in the Southeast region with some of the leading goal scorers, leading point scorers in the whole league. The amount of talent on the ice, this is probably the highest level between the two teams that we've seen all season.
Yeah, again, we'll get into more on that, on both of the teams and their top scorers and how this affects, everything going on in the playoffs and, factors such as the awards and everything. But again, we'll get into that later. But for right now, we'll be back. It's intermission. Don't go away on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the Virginia Tech Hockey Network here for the second period of play. The Icepack and the Hokies tied at 1-1. We heard just a moment ago from our sideline reporter, Phoebe Winters. Let's see what she had to say with Cam Kazai.
How you're talking.
Yeah, okay, sorry. Okay. End of the first period. Hokies are tied with the Icepack at 1. I'm joined by Cam Kazai. Cam, you scored the first goal of the game. Can you walk us through that moment on the ice?
Yeah, in the penalty kill, I saw one of their guys get too deep, and I took my chance and saw an opening, and Doozy gave me a great pass, and I was able to finish.
Cam, last night, 100 career points. Can you talk to us about how special that moment was?
Yeah, honestly, I didn't even realize until after the game, but I was just excited to win the game and beat NC State, and hopefully to do it again today.
You guys have a big crowd here tonight. Can you talk about the energy here at the lot?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice having, I think it's fan appreciation night, so yeah, it's good to hear the chants when everyone hits, and I don't know, it's good energy.
Going into the second period, tied at 1, what are going to be the focuses in the next period?
I think just keep doing what we're doing. We got to get the puck out of our zone more. I think they've had too many chances in our zone, so just get the puck out, get it deep, and keep rolling.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Kyle Bean and Chris Pierce with you for the second period of play. We just heard from Phoebe Winters, our sideline correspondent. 1-1, the Icepack and the Hokies. Both teams having a little bit of trouble, aren't they, Chris?
Yeah, I mean, we saw it all in the first period, the puck bouncing literally everywhere on the ice. It was hard to control. And we saw a lot of big rebounds, too. And that's kind of how it's been a 1-1 game. Lots of rebounds. NC State, of course, on the power play, getting their only goal on that. What seemed to be a crazy sequence with Tucker Forrest doing everything in his ability to stop the puck from getting in. But it was Prasma, the goal scorer for the NC State Icepack. But it's been kind of a sloppy play-ish kind of atmosphere so far between these two teams. So hopefully in this second period, now they have a period to adjust and get their skates under their feet to get a lot more crisp passes. We also saw a lot of passes bounce off the sticks of these guys. So we'll see how crisp these passes can be, how more efficient these guys can be in the offensive zone and really capitalize on those scoring chances.
Two of the best teams in the Southeast region in those last few final games before we enter the playoffs. It's the best time of the year here at the Lancerlot Sports Complex. Just a few more seconds until we get this second period going in a tough-fought battle with NC State and Virginia Tech. Teams will huddle up here for just a moment. Chris, what a game last night, though. We can't we've talked about it so much, but how can you not? A thrilling overtime victory for the Hokies in their home-and-home series this weekend. What did we see out of Virginia Tech that ultimately led to the win?
Yeah, I mean, you thought last year's overtime winner put the cherry on top. But, I mean, this is the biggest weekend of this series for both teams, not just the Hokies, but the Icepack, too, and really asserting themselves, as we mentioned, come rankings time, In the ACCHL playoffs, these are going to be two of the top 3 teams. You got Penn State there as well. But these two teams are evenly matched competitively. And we saw the opening night, 1-goal loss, and we saw it last night as well with a 1-goal win for the Hokies. So like I said, an evenly matched team. This is going to be a really, really good second and third periods coming up.
Stewart and Langston here to face off in the second period. It'll go for the Icepack. Bronson back in his own zone, leaving off for his teammate Sawden. The Icepack will dump it in to Cray there, looking to fish it up. Now the Hokies on the move. Stewart, one-on-one, tries to get through, but leaves it up the right boards. All tied up there. Now McAfee rips one. Commotion in front of the goal, but Tulo got knocked off his feet. Hearn over to Stewart, down in the far corner. Now up top to Cray, ripped, but deflected off the body. To Cray at center ice, trying to bat it in. Hearn shoves it up and around. The Hokies go out for a line change.
Yeah, I really like Tucray and McAfee's pairing. Usually it's, McAfee and Lagus. Lagus, obviously, the two-way defenseman who usually is the one to attack. But, I mean, this pairing, Tucray came in this game with only 7 games played this season compared to McAfee's 24. He's played in every game this season. But this pairing has really gelled over these past 2 games. We saw it last night to Craig getting an assist on that Max Sullivan goal. So, I mean, you can put any of these lines together, and it's going to come out to something productive for the Hokies.
2 very deep teams. Shot ripped there, but gloved by Toyer. The goalies having an outstanding night so far. A little bit of a tough one last night with the 6-5, but so far here tonight, just 2 goals total. A minute into the second.
You could hear that shot off of Doozy's stick into the pads of Toyer. You could hear that all the way from, I don't know, New York City. That was one of the loudest shots I've ever heard.
Lanigan up at center ice. Send one towards the net. Knocked down there by Weglars and then covered up subsequently by Toyer. 10 seconds quickly off the clock and another stoppage. We'll get a face-off in the far circle. Peduzzi and Zach Herman, the 2 captains. Slow going face-off here. Finally, the puck drop. Quickly trying to do something. Cam Kazai missed wide right on his backhanded shot. Tied up in the near side. Lanigan bats it in. And the Icepack recover. They'll settle in for a moment and make their push.
And we've seen that a couple times off the face-off in the offensive zone. Cam Kazai literally charging off of the face-off and getting a quick shot on net.
He's having an insane weekend trying to get something moving quickly off the face-off where a lot of teams might fall asleep and settle in.
Oh, that was just a missed opportunity right there. Lampani kind of backtracked and kind of fell down. It's going to be a 2-on-1 developing if it wasn't for the icing for the Hokies. Quite unfortunate for them in that situation.
Now, we talked about the importance of this game and the high level of play on the ice. Look at this. The leaders in points in the Southeast region, we've got 4 of the top 5 on the ice right now. So definitely 2 teams that are way up there in the rankings, and they score a lot.
I mean, and what a coincidence that those are the 4 names that we've called the most tonight as well.
Frosch on the near side, knocked away by Sullivan into the back boards. The Icepack leave one up the center. Sullivan bats it forward, looking for his teammate Kazai, but knocked away. Peduzzi recovering there at center ice. Sweeping around their own net, the Icepack on the push. Herman, front of the scorer's table, sends it up to Gifford. Gifford pass, knocked away, nobody was home. Now Frosch circling around, leaves it for Prasma. Cross ice pass, shoots it wide left and into the boards. Prasma rips one again, deflected off to the far side. Frosch at the point. Rebound from Tucker Forrest, recovered there by Tyler Gordon. Ewan Andrew, 1-on-2, dances, hesitates, leaves it for Gordon. And right into Toyer's stomach, was able to knock it down.
I want to first talk about both sides of what we just witnessed. Down on the left side with the Icepack on the offensive zone. Watch Zach Herman on the wing on the far side. He is really dangerous. That's where he scored that last-minute goal. 38 seconds left to tie the game up last night. He had 2 goals last night, but that is a very poised position and a spot that the Icepack will look to go forward to every single time they're in the zone. And then on the other end, Ewan Andrew finding Tyler Gordon. A great sequence there for the Hokies on their offensive end.
It looks like these teams have cleaned up the passing quite a bit so far early in the second period, something they struggled with back in the first.
Yeah, and again, that's one of the things I said coming into this period, that if you get more crisp passes, you get more opportunities to get the puck towards the net. And, with the rebounds, crisp passes, crisp shots, crisp rebounds can give you crisp opportunities. A lot of crispness going on.
Certainly so. Huge hit up at center ice. Got a delayed penalty coming in. Tyler Gordon took a tough hit. Looks like they're going to send Tate Sawden to the box.
That might be a 5-minute. We're going to see. He went for the head of Tyler Gordon, which is certainly something you can never do as a hockey player, but we'll see. It's going to be 2 minutes.
The Hokies will get a Grand Home Furnishings power play. A huge one as they look to take the lead here in the second. 1-1 16:50 remaining. Fantozzi on the face-off. The Icepack quickly clearing that to take off a couple of seconds. Forrest left it off for his teammate Peduzzi, but shot opportunity there from Oliver on the shorthand. Kazai powering through the zone, up in the far corner. Tied up against the backboards, pass all the way around to Rice. Near side, working his way up to the point. Off the side, cross pass, Kazai knocked into the back glass. Took a big hit there after getting into it. Shot there, scored by Brian Rice up top. Fantozzi. The power play goal from number 16, Dom getting it done. Great work there by the Hokies. Kazai was drawing some extracurriculars down in the near corner. Able to distract the Icepack and knock one through.
Yeah, Fantozzi, his career year continues. 32 points now on the season for the senior from Philadelphia. I mean, again, this is what the Hokies do. This is how they've been successful all season long. On the power play, just getting shots to the net, getting deflections, and Dom Fantozzi did a perfect job deflecting that one past Hoyer to get the Hokies the lead.
Hokies make it 2-1 here with 16 minutes left in the second. Looks like we've got a whistle incoming as well once again.
It's going to be a hand pass.
They're going to send Tulo into the box for a couple of minutes. So quickly, the Icepack get their own power play here.
Yeah, it's not something you really want to see. You just got a goal on the power play. Now you're going to be a man down. The Icepack have already scored on the power play this game from Prasma. Wouldn't be shocked if they go to him again or, you know, keep pressing Tucker Forrest's buttons, trying to get a rebound like they did that first time and get a goal.
The captains will set for a face-off in the near circle. Cam Kazai kicking it across the blue line for the clear. Johnson across center ice trying to recover. Knocked away there by Kazai. McAfee killing off a few seconds over to Brian Rice. Chipped up for Peduzzi. Gets it across the line. Thronson back to recover for the Icepack. Hesitates behind his own goal before working up the right side. Shook takes it across the blue line. The Icepack settling in. Thronson over to Prasma. Back to Thronson. Knocks it down off the glove. Swinging around the blue line. Shook to Herman. Thronson up at the point. Herman hesitating there. The Hokies trying to keep bodies in the way. Cross pass to Prasma. Just gets away.
That was a break for the Hokies. Getting a change, much needed. Legs off the bench. Again, this is the period of the long change. So for these teams in their defensive zone, they have to go a long way to get fresh bodies on the ice.
Prasma near side up to Thronson at the point. Swings it to Herman. Hesitates momentarily, guarded by Stewart. Prasma sends one up. Knocked away into the boards. Costly turnover for the Hokies. The Icepack keep it in. 35 seconds remaining on the power play.
Good job there by Austin Herman. Really pecking and getting that puck.
Impressive PK so far by the Hokies. Able to limit the shot opportunities here from the Icepack, but Prasma, centering pass, knocked away by Rice. Just 15 seconds remaining on the power play. NC State taking their time. They send one into the commotion, but knocked away into the boards once again. Prasma, crossing pass, settling in. Hokies back up to full strength. Tulo coming out of the box. Prasma ripped one, knocked away. The Icepack recovering as Prasma circles. Tech trying to get this puck out. They get it up to Sullivan. One-on-one working, rips one off the guards of Toyer. Fantozzi now behind the net, swings it up to Sullivan. Just cleared across the blue line. Lanigan back to Sullivan.
And that's the Hokies penalty kill that we're used to seeing. Block shot, great play to get the puck to neutral ice. Great job there by the Hokies.
Seng sends it down to Fantozzi. Veneri getting knocked down right in front of the net. All tied up. The Icepack didn't seem to have the same urgency with the power play as I was expecting. They didn't get a lot of shots off there.
Yeah, the setup was rough. I mean, the Hokies were pressuring a lot on that penalty kill, especially more towards the point area, and that really made it tough for the Icepack to get good shots off.
Sullivan setting up behind Forrest. Works around the left side. Kick up to Veneri. Pass gets away from Seng into the back glass and icing on the Hokies.
But again, that's what we've been accustomed to seeing from the Hokies. That's something that this penalty kill has been missing these last couple games, is the ability to force the other team to make tough shots. And they're getting in the way of these shots too. Again, block shots are something that the Hokies are accustomed to on the penalty kill. And it's a prime example and a great job there by the Hokies to get the man advantage cleared.
12:30 here to go in the second. 2-1. Hokies still in the lead. Shot to the backboards as Tech swaps lines. Globitz up in the far corner, battling with the Icepack, trying to get that away. Langston attempted clear. Garlock got tied up there, wasn't able to get the stick on it right in front of the net. To Cray, battling with Aiden Brenner. Starting to get a little chippy out here. Kazai working his way for a clear, but leaves it for Langston. On his own, but Garlock poked away with the stick. Solid defense at center ice. NC State will shove it in, and icing on Weglars. 11:49 here in the second. 2-1 Hokies in the lead after the power play goal. Defense prevailing here so far. Doozy and Langston to take the face-off. Goes out for Tech. Kellogg over to Rice. Off the skate of Peduzzi, but knocked away. Breakaway defended well by Brian Rice. Was able to slow down strong and knock it into the boards. Kazai far side, centering pass to Peduzzi, but knocked away once again. Tied up with the defender. Kellogg recovers. Circles it around as the Icepack swap a few bodies. Virginia Tech will go for a change as well, a little bit late. Leaves Langston by himself, but not able to get anything done. Shook, near corner. Circles to the far side. Settling in his team. Takeaway by Zach Stewart. Shot just got away from him. Didn't get enough power off the stick. Defense from Lanigan and Tulo. Able to keep it in the offensive zone. 10:45 here remaining in the second. The Icepack settling in, down a goal. Zach Stewart, near side off to Austin Hearn. Sliding into the way was Lapani. The Hokies try to get something done. Solid NC State defense here, just limiting the shot opportunities. Outscored the Hokies 15-4, outshot the Hokies 15-14 back in the first.
Yeah, the last night was the first time all season long the Hokies were outshot in a game. Certainly something you don't see often.
Shook was working behind Tucker Forrest at the Hokies net. Kaufman nearly keeping that one in. Sullivan knocked down. Prasma rips one right to Forrest glove.
It's one of the more Tucker Forrest is a goalie who really makes a lot of tough saves look nonchalant. He just says, I'll just glove that like a catcher catching a 90-mile-per-hour fastball like it's nothing, basically.
He really does. The way he just stuck the glove up and brought it right back down. He knew exactly where that one was going, or at least he acted like it. Herman and Fantozzi, near circle, knocked into the corner. McAfee setting it up for Ewan Andrew, gets all the way to the back and icing on the Hokies.
I mean, outside of what we've seen, this game is all about special teams. I mean, all three goals were scored either shorthanded or on the power play. I mean, 5-on-5, these two teams are balanced, and we've been saying that all night long, all weekend long. I mean, obviously you look at both teams on paper, and you can really see it.
Great defense by Ewan Andrew. Gets himself a one-on-one opportunity, but lost his footing.
Yeah, that's something we've seen a lot this period, is just players just falling down on the ice. It might be something to do with the conditions, but certainly something to factor in.
Working up the far side, running into the ref. Ewan Andrew couldn't get that one done. McAfee sends Prasma to the ground. Now tied up here right in front of the benches. Some excited cheers from the fans. Prasma across the blue line, gets one near. Tucker Forrest, rebound off the post. NC State puts it in. The Icepack tie it up with 9:02 here in the second.
That was an all-around just tough situation for Tucker Forrest. He had Drew Takray right on top of him, colliding with him in the net. Again, and then you had that shot just thrown towards the net from Prasma. And then eventually it just went in. I didn't see who scored it, but it was just overall a messy situation, but for the Icepack coming out on top.
There was probably 4 to 6 players right there in the area, some from both teams. Impossible to really see what happened with all the tie-ups. It's a goal from Gifford, assisted by Eric Dolan, number 36, as that one's knocked into the top deck.
So that's about, what, 10 feet toward the left of us? I think the closest the puck has ever gotten up here is maybe a couple of feet, couple inches.
My broadcast partner over the summer tried to catch a few foul balls during our baseball coverage, but I can't say I've ever seen someone catch a hockey puck.
The chances
went
are
out of
low,
play.
but they're never zero.
You never know. Zach Stewart, far side, rips one into the back glass. Kept in by Lunder, attempting to get it up there. Tulo will keep it in momentarily, but NC State with numbers in the defensive zone. They'll swing it up. Oliver up in the near corner, centering pass. Gilmore got knocked down. Another one off the boards. Thronson trying to bat it in and slow things up for a moment to settle the offense. Tied up with Tulo and Stewart, finally comes out. He'll swing around the net and work up the right side. Now crossing to the left, just keeps it onside. Tulo ripped, deflected away off the body. Austin Hearn fighting on the near side with Talon Langston. Kept in by Paduzzi and just knocked away there by the Icepack. Able to clear it. Settling in with 7:30 to go. Paduzzi there fighting with Brenner. Now on the far side, Seng. Around the back of the net, Sullivan will swing it. Chips one up for the Icepack. Settling in, they push it quickly up to Langston. Cross pass deflected away by Sullivan. And the puck cleared. Lapani and Paduzzi. Pass off to Weglars and swinging up. Langston, strong, just lost that one into the far side. Icepack ripped from the top, Lapani, but Tucker Forrest once again swallowed up.
Yeah, that was a good situation there for the Icepack. Had themselves a wide open shot from the point. Lapani able to walk himself into about the slot area and rip that one. Fortunately, just right to Tucker Forrest. But a man who I think is having a very unsung hero-like performance for the Hokies so far is Zach Stewart. He's been everywhere on the ice and generating opportunities and generating shots and keeping the puck in the offensive zone. So certainly when number 10's on the ice, you got to look out for him.
Definitely making his mark so far in this one. Ewan Andrew takes it across the line, cross to Fantozzi, off the skate of Lapani. Ewan Andrew not able to knock it home. Tripped up there by Andrew. We'll have a delayed penalty. And the Icepack will go on the power play.
Again, not the situation you want. Icepack scored both goals on the power play, or one of their 2 goals on the power play. Send the man to the box, you and Andrew. Bad penalty, just trips up the defender. But again, you give the Icepack another shot to at least now take the lead against the Hokies.
2-2 in a crucial game here towards the end of the regular season. 6:06 left on the clock. You and Andrew to serve 2 minutes. The Hokies knock it up and back. Toyer will hand it off to Thronson. The Hokies' active defense, Peduzzi up near the blue line, knocks it away over to Brian Rice. He'll chip one up and shovel it all the way back. 1:35 remaining on the power play. The Icepack working into center ice. Take it across the line. Johnson dancing around Peduzzi, gets to the center, ripped it, but deflected up into the top glass. Finally covered up by Forrest on the rebound. It's like a little bit of shoving there. Kazai and Shook getting into it. Take a face-off in the far circle. Goes straight to Tucker Forrest, covered up near the left leg. 1:20 remaining for you and Andrew in the box. The Hokies looking to get it back to full strength quickly in this tie game.
And if they can replicate what they did last penalty kill, and, block the shots, send the puck down deep, really kill some time while the Icepack's in their defensive zone like they're doing right now, that would be key for the Hokies in killing off this penalty.
A great clear there. Johnson not able to knock it down with the glove, gets all the way back. Rebound off of Forrest's legs, finally covers it up. We've got a few punches going. Shook once again involved. Peduzzi not happy at all. Those two in Prasma and Shook getting separated. They're going to take Peduzzi to the box as well, it looks like.
And I'm not trying to sound biased, but I don't agree with that call. He was just defending Tucker Forrest in front of the net, who got iced on. And Peduzzi is the one heading to the box. Nick Shook was also there altercating with him. So it's going to be a 5-on-3 for the next minute. But I don't think that's really something that's, it's just, again, the undisciplinary. I mean, you're defending your teammate, but leading more penalties, leading to more opportunities for the Icepack.
50 seconds until the Hokies get you and Andrew back. Down 2 men at this point. The Icepack with plenty of time to strike. Working their way around. Tucker Forrest on the rebound. Not able to cover it up and knocked in by Prasma. NC State with the 2-man advantage on the rebound. Daniel Prasma, the freshman, knocks one in to take the 3-2 lead. The Icepack here on top with 4:46 in the second.
And again, the 3 key themes we keep on seeing from this game happened exactly on that play. 1, the offensive predominance of the Icepack. Prasma having himself a year, gets his 2nd goal of the game. 2, the special teams, another power play goal. And 3, the undisciplined of the Virginia Tech Hokies, a 5-on-3 opportunity. They're still down a man, allowing NC State to now get above 1 goal.
Prasma now with 27 goals on the season, 44 points. Kazai on the break. Weglar's defending, leaves it off. We've got a penalty on Weglar's.
It's going to be holding. So it's going to be a 4-on-4.
The penalties are just running rampant here in the Lancerlot Sports Complex. We've had about 3
I
in
think it's a
2
penalty
minutes
shot.
of play.
Is it a penalty shot?
He may be. We'll see in just a moment. 4:24 on the clock. The Hokies looking to even this one up.
But a much-needed break for the Hokies. Again, you were going to be down a man for a minute and 17 seconds. Now you at least are on 4-on-4, and have a chance with about 43-ish seconds after the 4-on-4 opportunity for the Hokies to be on the power play.
Herman crossing to Dahlin. Over to Frosch, near side, defended by Garlock. Tries to give it off. The Hokies looking to clear. Garlock just gets away from him. Dahlin working the 3-on-2 over to Herman, centering pass to Prasma, deflected away. Austin Hearn defending with Dahlin. They swing it to Herman in the near corner. McAfee able to push him up and out across the blue line as Prasma circles around Austin Hearn, works his way to the far side, ripped off Tucker Forrest's leg pads and up into the side. The Icepack keeping possession here with the 4-on-4. 20 seconds until Peduzzi exits the box for a brief Hokies power play. Hearn takes it across, leads the pass a bit too far for Garlock, rips one and knocked away by Frosch. In the near corner, Peduzzi about to come out. Hokies back to full strength. They've got 40 seconds with the man advantage, but Herman sends one over to his teammate. And the Icepack score again, courtesy of Aiden Brenner, right as Peduzzi came out of the box.
Yeah, nothing you can really do about that if you're Tucker Forrest. It was a 2-on-1 opportunity, really stretched him out from post to post, and a tic-tac-toe play have the Icepack up by 2 now.
Just a great offensive possession there from the Icepack, able to draw Forrest to that near side, that near post. Then the late cross pass with the wide open corner. 4-2, Icepack lead Virginia Tech with 3:01 on the clock. The Hokies up a man with 37 seconds on Weglar's penalty.
And this is giving shades of last night. He had a 2-1 game coming out of one, and then the Hokies outscored the Icepack 3-1 in that second period. But tonight it's the opposite. It's the Icepack outscoring the Hokies now 3-1 in this period.
Rice on the far side, massive hit to Reese Johnson into the glass. Kazai up behind the net, works to the near side, fakes to Lanigan, crosses to Rice, back to Kazai at the point, deflected away. Rebound off of Toyer. No one able to get the stick on it. Lanigan was in the area. Johnson battling with Kazai. Hokies had to wait to get clear for the offsides. They push it up to Kaufman. Makes his way around Lanigan, now defended by Rice. Able to push him up against the boards and let the defense recover. Both teams back to full strength, 5-on-5. Here with 2 minutes left in the second. Shook rips one off Forrest leg pads. Pass just gets away across the blue line. Johnson will leave it for his teammate Weglar, settling in 150. The Hokies go for a swap. Tulo right in front of the net. No one was there in the slot. Stewart working his way up, but not quite there. DeCray all the way back up to Stewart. Now Austin Hearn takes it across. Stewart rips it right to the glove of Toyer once again.
Yeah, that's the kind of chances that the Hokies are going to need to get back into this game. A good defensive possession leads to an even better offensive possession. Right there, a 3-on-2. Hearn to Stewart. Stewart walking in at the slot. Perfect angle, but just right into the stomach of Toyer.
The Icepack defending well. The Hokies getting some good shot opportunities, but not able to capitalize in the last while. McAfee up off the glass, chips it in towards the goal. Tulo shoves one behind the net. Hearn, now Stewart. Looks up for Takray at the blue line. That one deflected off the gear of Gifford and up into the netting.
Yeah, again, another good shot by Takray. He's been doing really well in these 2 games. He's had to step in for Lagas. Again, only 7 games played coming into this one. Not a lot of experience being a freshman, but, I mean, he's doing what he's being asked for and a little bit more.
1:13 here in the second. 4-2, Icepack holding the lead after a dominant period. Kazai up against the boards with Prasma. Peduzzi comes in to follow. Herman now on the run, near side, takes it across, defended by McAfee. Centering pass, Tucker Forrest knocked it up and away. Kazai leaves it for Garlock. They cross it to Tecray, takes it across, loses his handle for a moment. Shovels one in, Toyer let it loose. Surprisingly, Peduzzi's shot wide left there with 40 seconds remaining. Hokies trying to get some work. Herman wanted a penalty there. Now Weglar's across the line, fakes the Prasma, goes to his right, lost it defended by Lunder. Prasma deflected off some bodies, too much commotion in the way. 17 seconds left in the second. And icing is the call. We'll bring it all the way back. Still 4-2 Icepack lead.
Yeah, that was just a desperation toss right there by McAfee, I believe, all the way down to the other end. I mean, the Icepack were generating something, but again, good defense by the Hokies. Try to prevent another goal. And with 17 seconds left, I mean, they're just going to try in their defensive zone and get the puck out.
Seems like the time where you just want to get to the end of the period, recollect yourselves and come out fresh for the third. 12 seconds and counting, ripped by Frosch. Commotion and covered up by Forrest.
Yeah. So it looked like that was off the skate right there and right into the pads of Tucker Forrest, who was waiting for it.
9.1 now on the clock. We'll get another face-off in the near circle. Langston and Peduzzi. 5-on-5, Brenner rips one towards Forrest Glove. About 3 seconds comes off the clock, 6.3 now, and we'll take another face-off. Same characters. Rice killing some time up in the corner. Globitz. And we've got the buzzer. That's the end of the second. 4-2 Icepack with an insane second period. The penalties, a myriad of them here in the last 20 minutes. The box just a revolving door.
Yeah, it's like what we saw last weekend with UNC Wilmington. A little frustration going out there, especially on the Hokies, and a little undisciplined play with Peduzzi right there battling in front of the net, costing that penalty, leading to an NC State goal. Again, they're only down 2. Game's not over yet. These, again, 2 competitive teams. They'll go to the locker room. They'll talk it over. They'll adjust definitely to the ice conditions. They'll adjust to how each team is trying to outplay them. With NC State, it's definitely going to be regarding the Hokies. How are they going to stop their entry into the offensive zone? And how are they going to stop that power play of the Hokies as well? And for the Hokies, how are they going to stay disciplined against NC State? You know that NC State's going to try to mess with their heads, get more physical, and try to lead to more Hokies penalties. So it's going to be interesting to see how these 2 teams respond coming to the third period.
Well, we'll find out here in just a few moments. Join us back for the third period here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. 17 minutes, and we'll be right back.
Come out firing, come out flying.
You got to get on these guys early. Let them know who's in charge of the game and execute.
5 players that have now over 30 points on your team already halfway through the season.
You set the standard. You don't play down to anybody else.
All gas, no brakes.
Virginia Tech has never won 8 in a row in program history. 4 seconds, 3 seconds, and the Hokies will walk out of New Jersey on a 7-game win streak.
So let's talk kind of about Denison for them. 17-3 this weekend.
Kazai driving in. They score! The Bronx fall 10-3 to the Virginia Tech Hokies.
He scores! Dynamic duo strikes again. And it goes in!
Taken out. That one fired and they score.
His shot score! Saved by Cook. Plays the
Down on the wraparound. And he scores!
End of the second period, Hokies trailing 4-2. I'm joined by Dom Fantozzi. Dom, you scored that goal early in the second period. Can you walk us through that moment on the ice?
We had a power play. It was a nice shot from the point, so I was able to get my stick on it.
So NC State, this is a pretty big rivalry for you guys. It looks like it's been getting pretty rough out there, swapping of penalties. What can you say about the physicality of this team?
I mean, we're kind of just kicking ourselves in the foot. They aren't doing it to us. We got to pick up our game. They're not doing anything to beat us.
What are going to be the focuses going into the third period to get the victory?
Clear the front of the net, get pucks deep, and get pucks in the net.
Thank you.
Thank you, Phoebe, and welcome back to the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. 4-2 is the score. Icepack in front as we head into the final period of play. My name is Chris Pierce, joined alongside Kyle Bean for the epic conclusion of this big weekend series. Kyle, third period, Hokies, Icepack, what do you got for us?
It's been a great game so far, and I think that's going to continue. Virginia Tech has got to clean things up. Too many penalty minutes for the Crew, and it's led to some costly goals for the Icepack. I think in 5-on-5 hockey, both teams can hang with each other, but you can't do very much with a 5-on-3 situation. You're really just trying to get out of there without a goal. And unfortunately for Hokies fans, they were not able to do that. So a 2-goal deficit. Expect some angry, ferocious Hokies and the NC State Icepack to play things clean and look for good opportunities.
Well, the Hokies are going to have to come back down 2 goals and enter the final period of play. Similar situation how the Icepack had to respond last night. They were able to tie the game with 38 seconds left by the stick of Captain Zach Herman. Again, the Hokies will need to find a way to get it past Toyer. But again, it's been the penalties. It's been special teams for both teams that have played a huge factor into why this game is as it is, Kyle.
Yes, they have. Just so often, both teams have had someone in the box and led to a lot of goals for either side. Virginia Tech really spending a lot of time in there, and it's definitely been costly for them down the stretch so far.
Well, 40 minutes down, 20 to go, the last period, and I'm sure this won't be the last time these two teams face off this season, but the final period this weekend between the Hokies and the Icepack. The Hokies on your right, skating from right to left in their maroon alternates. The Icepack donning their white away jerseys, skating from your left to your right. We're just about set for the opening face-off of the third period. For Hokies, it's going to be their second line, I believe, out there taking the face-off. It's been a really productive line so far with Stort, Tulo, and her. No goals showing for it. But again, they've been dangerous in getting opportunities and shooting towards Toyer, who's been making some really good saves. And on the other end, you have Tucker Forrest, the freshman who's 10-0 this season, his first time facing the Icepack. How do you think he's doing so far?
I think he's definitely had some trouble in this game. At even strength, he's held his own. But his team hasn't done him many favors, spending so much time in the box. And having that extra offensive player for NC State, having that extra room to work with one less defender, it's tough to move as a goalie and defend when you're down a man.
Well, immediately off the face-off, comes right to Tucker Forrest. He'll brush that aside. There's a bouncing puck, collects by Zach Stort. Stort skated with it behind the net, centers it for too low. That one high and above his stick. Here come the Icepack now with Brenner. Brenner will slap it off the boards behind Tucker Forrest. First one there is Braden Strong. Strong's met by Takray. Zach Stort on the far side. He'll shuffle it up the boards, kept in by Brenner. Stort will able to clear it to neutral ice. Intercepted by Austin Hearn. Hearn to Takray, trying to get it past. Thornton whiffed at it by Kazai, who was trying to get a shot on net. Paduzzi, first line out there for the Hokies, to Lanigan. Lanigan back to Paduzzi down around. Excuse me, that was Kazai. Kazai having a productive night. A goal and an assist. Shot there right into the pads of Toyer coming from Max Sullivan.
The Hokies have got to be active, taking shots this period. The only game that they have been outshot this season so far. About 4 additional shots for the Icepack, and Virginia Tech usually a team that dominates that stat heavily.
Yeah, up until last night, the Hokies led the shot column in every single game played, no matter if it was a win or a loss. Here comes Kazai, his shot blocked. Behind the net, Kazai centers it for Garlock. Good stick there by the Icepack to break it up. Battle down low. Flipped, Lanigan backhands it in. Kazai back there for Garlock. Paduzzi shot. That one over Toyer. Head now are the Icepack. It's led by Herman. Herman gives it off to Shook. Excuse me, that's Prasma. Prasma shot. That one off the back net. Lanigan. Kazai up to Garlock. Garlock enters the offensive zone. His wrist shot gloved by Toyer for the save.
The Hokies with a couple of great opportunities there, just not able to light the lamp. Unfortunate for them, still down 2 goals. They got to get things moving here quickly.
Paduzzi had a golden opportunity, just shot that one high above Toyer to the near side. Hokies still down by 2. It's that shot by Fantozzi, deflected off of an Icepack stick. Ewan Andrew will have that one taken away from him. Nick Shook will take over. Nick Shook will send that one into the glove of Tucker Forrest, and he'll just keep it for the save. Two minutes gone here in the final period of play. Hokies down by 2. It'll be Fantozzi taking the face off. He'll go up against Kaufman. One there by Kaufman, up to Shook. His shot, save, rebound in front. Backhanded save by Forrest once again off of the stick of Johnson. And we'll have another face off.
That was a great rebound there for Reese Johnson, just not able to get it through. Had a nice look at that far side.
Off the face-off once again, batted down by Brian Rice into the slot. Another dangerous play. That's going to be a hand pass. Again, just like how the Hokies were in the first 2 periods and being aggressive off of the offensive zone face-off, the Icepack are doing it now on their side with Nick Shook shooting that one, but Tucker Forrest right there for the save. Off the face-off. Cam Globitz will be able to at least clear it. Shook will dump it in, but it's going to be offsides. Some pushing and shoving between Fantozzi and Shook. Refs will jump in right away to break it up. We'll have another whistle. So our third time, it's Fantozzi and Kaufman. This one goes all the way to the Hokies bench. Ricky Frosch will take over. Frosch will skip it into the zone. Barrett Lunder backhands it, unable to be clear. Work there, saved by Forrest. Rebound in front, another dangerous opportunity as Nick Shook shot that one into the stomach of Forrest for the save. Very active shift there for number 27 in white.
NC State is really dominating possession of the puck so far in the third period. About 2.5 minutes in, and they have kept this puck in the offensive zone for most of this period, taking plenty of shots, putting a lot of pressure on Tucker Forrest.
Now a whistle for a high stick on the Icepack. Well, face off inside the offensive zone. Paduzzi Got Seng to his right, Veneri to his left, to Cray and McAfee behind him. He'll lose the face-off. Dahlin will clear that one. Peduzzi, McAfee settles things down. He'll send it up off the stick of Seng. Apparently not, it's an icing. Hokies looking to get 2 here against the Icepack, who've really solidified a wall defensively and preventing the Hokies generating offense. Their high-octane offense that we've seen all season long, averaging just over 6 goals a game. They had 6 last night, are being currently held to 2 tonight. Sullivan's shot saved by Forrest. Big rebound in front, still loose. Unable to be buried in. Another opportunity for the Icepack off of a big rebound generated by Tucker Forrest.
I didn't like that look out of Forrest right there. He lost the puck, and he was down for a while while it was still live.
Once again, here comes the Icepack. Taking it in and shooting that one high off the glass. Oliver. Battles there on the near side. Glove down by Seng. He'll try to work his way around 3 Icepack defenders, though Strong will dump it in and go for a change. Brenner will keep it in. He'll shoot that one, sticked away by Forrest. Another shot coming. Rebound in front as Brenner was waiting for it. Overskated it. Unable to get a clean shot off. Lampani sends that one to nowhere's land off the stick of Lanigan, so no icing. Sullivan will swing it around the boards to Matt Tulo. Skips off of his stick to Stort. Stort. Cross ice for Hearn. Met there by Walgertz. Sullivan will take it himself. Met there by 2 Icepacks. Hearn sends it to the near side. Lanigan chips it off the board. Skates around Lampani. In the corner, Tulo. He'll swing it around. Puck loose in front. Stort trying to bury. Still trying. Saved by Toyer. Smart.
Stewart was right there. That puck sitting in the center of the crease. Toyer thought he was on top of it. And Stewart just batting it up against his pads. Not able to knock it through.
Smart play there by Matt Tulo. Swinging the puck around the net. Trying to get it past Toyer. Stewart right there trying to bury it. Hokies trying to generate offense. Out shot there off the blocker of Toyer. Kept in, Ewan Andrew chasing after it. Wilglars. Andrew shoots that one off of Toyer. He'll let it go to the far corner. Lampani struggling with it. Kept in, Ewan Andrew. Andrew tries to center it for Fantozzi. Loses it. Puck will be trickled around to the near side point. Rice, decisive. He's got men in his way. He'll just swing it down low to Fantozzi. Fantozzi, his shot saved by Toyer. Rebound in front for Andrew. Couldn't really get a good stick on it and deliver a shot. Globitz sends it to the far side off the Icepack bench. Lampani surveys. Hands it back to his line mate. Prasma enters his own. 2-on-1. His shot saved by Forrest. Big rebound. Here come the Hokies. Now 3-on-2. Fantozzi waits. Tries to fire it. That one off the skate of Dahlin. Back and forth we go. Forrest leaves it for Takray. He falls down. Stays with it. Nobody near him. Able to get that one off cleanly off the stick of Garlock, but it goes right to Corwin. Shook off the boards and around to the near side, because I will try to clear it. Glove down by Kaufman. Takray. He'll shoot that one in to Toyer, who's able to cover it up for the save off the boards.
One thing I'm noticing out of the Hokies is they don't look as explosive as they do in many games. NC State has really done a great job slowing them down and getting in the way, limiting those breakaway opportunities.
Off the face-off, Garlock shot. Big rebound for Kazai. Couldn't get a stick on it. And it's eventually covered up by Toyer. Again, another dangerous situation. Garlock able to use his strength to get it towards the net with Peduzzi and Kazai lurking. Peduzzi take the face-off. Kazai charging after it. Tries to feed in front. Garlock couldn't get a stick on. He had a prime opportunity. Corwin. Puck left to the devices of Dahlin. Dahlin, Kaufman. Kaufman off the boards. McAfee will be the first one to take it. He'll stop. He'll backhand that one, at least clears the zone. Will be taken by Salden. Tate Salden off the stick of Shook, no icing. To Cray. A little less than 7 minutes gone in the final period. 4-2 is the score. Matt Tulo. Hokies trying to generate some offense, but they've been held in check by the stout defense of the Icepack. Salden off the boards, off of Oliver's stick to Lanigan. Lanigan will shovel that one back in. Sawyer there to take it. Again, a game of board play. Excellent pass right to Daniel. Daniel walking in. Saved there by Forrest, pushing it and jumping on the puck for the save.
Great play there by Daniel. Took his time working his way up to Forrest. Tried to get the goalie to bite first. Not able to put that one through to grow the lead. The Hokies with a great break right there.
Yeah. Forrest jumped on that puck saying no rebounds this time, but the Icepack stay in it as that slap shot by Salden is saved by the glove of Tucker Forrest. It's been all Icepack in this third period, the Hokies offense being held in check. Oliver. Fantozzi get tied up. Lanigan trying to get it out of the zone. Eventually does. Globitz there to help push it out. Fantozzi surveys, tries to get it off of Globitz. Big hit there in collision at center ice. Lanigan, he'll just shovel that one in. Bronson met there by Andrew. The Hokies faithful trying to get their team back in this one. Down by 2, 12-22 left in this one as there will be an icing and an offensive opportunity for the Hokies coming up.
Virginia Tech has got to get some shots on the goal here soon. They really haven't had much going on the offensive end and really haven't spent much time across center ice for most of this period. We're already 8 minutes in and time quickly ticking away in this one.
Yeah, certainly a lot faster than how the first two periods were. A lot of penalties coming in those two as that shot there by Garlock was deflected. Gavin Paduzzi to Brian Rice. Rice's wrist shot deflected and saved by Toyer. Rebound in front, trying to be buried. And eventually it's sat on top of by Toyer. As I was there poking at it, just couldn't get it past Toyer, who sits on the puck. Crisscross applesauce, and he'll cover it up for the save.
Incredible work by Toyer on that possession. Some tough rebounds, a lot of guys right there in front of the crease, but somehow able to track the puck amidst it all and get it covered up to take a break.
Off the face-off shot there by Rice off of the pad of Paduzzi. He'll try to get it to his line mate of Kazai, who's stuck there behind the net. Kazai battling for it. As the net's going to become dislodged as Paduzzi was shoved in front of the net. Some more pushing and shoving. Kazai and Weglars. We'll have a whistle, but again, the intensity is starting to pick up more as the game progresses. We've seen a lot of physicality and sometimes leading to penalties, but none assessed here.
I would not be shocked if we see a fight or a bunch of penalties coming up here soon.
I'm sure that a final warning has been assessed of both teams for sure, as that's going to be a penalty coming up on the Icepack as Weglars and Kazai again get into it, but it's going to be Weglars, the one heading to the box for tripping Kazai. There's going to be a grand home furnishing Hokies power play, a much needed one, down to 11:45 remaining here in the final period of play.
We mentioned that special teams has really dominated in this game. Is this what Virginia Tech needs to get back into it? Or will the NC State Icepack kill off the penalty and get themselves another win?
Well, we'll see as Cam Kazai gets it to Brian Rice. Rice gets it to Paduzzi, the one-timer, whiffs on it. Paduzzi. He'll skate with it. Shooting it, and that one off of Toyer. Brian Rice Hokies on the power play. Looks on the wing, gives it to Paduzzi at the point. Paduzzi to Kazai. Kazai waiting, tries to feed it in front. Shooting, that one is Fantozzi's. That one blocked by a state defender and sent around. Aiden Brenner saving this from potentially becoming a 1-goal game. What a job by number 12. Kazai comes in. We'll skate with it around to Rice. Back to Kazai. Kazai to Rice at the point. Rice back to Kazai. Rice. Shot. That one blocked by Oliver. Goes right back to Kazai. Kazai. Down low to Fantozzi. Fantozzi to Kazai. Kazai to Rice. Rice stops. Shoots that one again. Blocked by a state defender. That one being Johnson. The freshman getting it done for the Icepack. A very, very great job by this Icepack defense against the Hokies' lethal power play. Hearn, second unit out there for Coach Mullen. He'll skate wide, loses the puck, and it's eventually cleared all the way back down. 10 minutes remaining, 20 seconds remaining on the power play. Sullivan leaves it for Hearn. Hearn leaves it for Lanigan. Lanigan takes it wide left. He'll enter the zone. Thronson will swing it around the boards. Sullivan able to take it. Penalty about to expire. 5-on-5 is that shot deflected. 5-on-5 now as well. Glars comes out of the penalty box. And eventually it leads for a wide open shooting that one and scoring is Zach Herman on the breakaway. 5-2 Icepack.
Just a perfect sequence of events for NC State. You get Weglars out of the box, you quickly push it up, and Herman's the only guy there with no defender, gets the one-on-one with Tucker Forrest and goes to the left, sends it home. NC State growing the lead.
Herman, who tied the game with 38 seconds last night in the third period, gets his third goal of the weekend against the Hokies. Globitz will send it in off the stick of Toyer. Centering pass, no one home. To Cray. Dumps it in. Hokies playing without their top defenseman, J.H. Loggett. He's out with an injury. Fantozzi whiffs on the shot. That one by McAfee, gloved by Toyer. Icepack dominating this third period. Hokies is searching for answers, starting to get desperate.
A tough road so far in this one. They've limited the penalties here so far in the third period. A welcome sight for the Hokies fans, not being down a man as much as they were in the second, but not able to capitalize on the power play, and then quickly giving up a goal right as they get to even strength. Definitely a tough sequence for the boys in maroon.
Got to think that momentum could have been on their side if they did capitalize on that power play. Though they'll have to now trail and come back down 3 goals here in the final 9 minutes of this one. Is that shot by Kazai, again blocked by a defender. Herman will flick that one, gloved down by Garlock. Paduzzi stays with it, tries to follow his shot. Herman, captain for the Icepack, will calm it down. Rice, Kazai. Kazai takes it wide. Try to feed it for Paduzzi, who was coming in hot. Couldn't get a stick on it. Tucker Forrest stops. There's going to be a delayed penalty coming up against the Icepack. Kazai, Paduzzi, his shot saved by Toyer, and it leaks through, and it goes in, but the whistle was called early. Penalty coming up against the Icepack, but you got to think if the whistle wasn't called so early, the Hokies would have scored from Garlock.
Surely, that was an early whistle. The puck was out. Toyer did not have possession of it, I don't think at any point in time. The refs thought he got it lodged there in the pads, but it was really just sitting in the crease right in front of the line.
Yeah, slowly squeezed past Toyer. It was coming out of him, and again, the whistle was called early, gives the Icepack a break, and gives the Hokies a grand home furnishing power play. Slashing is the call, assessed to Prasma. Lanigan for Tulo, behind the net. Hearn backhands it to Sullivan. Hearn. Excuse me, that was Lanigan. That one deflected. Behind the net, Stort. Hearn. Sullivan, his lap shot saved by Toyer. 1:33 remaining on the power play. 7:48 overall in this one. You got to think this has to be a must-score opportunity for the Hokies.
You never want to say it's too late with this amount of time on the clock for any team, but if you can't get out of this power play with a goal, you're really getting into trouble time. It'll be about 6 minutes left with the 3-goal deficit.
Hearn. Lanigan stops in his tracks. Back to the point with Sullivan. Hot pass, gives it right back to Lanigan. Lanigan crossed over to Hearn. Hearn to Sullivan. His slap shot deflected off the body of Thronson. Hearn trying to keep it in the zone. Sent it to the point of Sullivan. 1 minute remaining. Sullivan's shot. There another blocked shot. This time by Sawyer. Salden sent around and eventually cleared. Again, the Icepack doing a tremendous job on the penalty kill with their shot blocking ability. Hearn. He'll take it wide left, dump it in behind the boards, and eventually cleared off the stick of Kaufman. Forrest, anxious to start an attack for the Hokies. Peduzzi sends it for Garlock off of his skates. Fantozzi will calm things down to the point with Kazai. Kazai back to Fantozzi. Fantozzi waits, spins to Kazai. Kazai to Rice. 17 seconds to that shot by Rice. Saved by Toyer. Read that one all the way in.
The Hokies are working methodically on this power play, but they're not quite getting the looks they want. NC State just crowding the zone, and almost it's like having 2 or 3 goalies there. You've got so many guys in front of the goal, it's tough to thread anything through.
And they at least have 2 defenders in that slot area along with the goalie. I mean, that could be a good thing or a bad thing because of the deflections, but it's been all shot blocking for the Icepack so far with their great defense that they've been providing so far this third period. 6:20 left, 5 seconds remaining on the power play. We're going to go to full strength with Prasma coming out of the box. Rice, Peduzzi, Prasma able to swat that one away from Peduzzi's stick. Kazai picks it up. Kazai, he'll take it right this time, kicks it to himself, feeds it in front, no one home. Shook now with it. Nick Shook. Good defense there by Brian Rice to prevent an opportunity bubbling for the Icepack. So Cray, he'll lose it to Herman. Battle there, couple fallen players. Prasma comes up with it, tries to feed it to, I believe, a charging Herman, though read perfectly by the Hokies. Cam Kazai already has 1 goal tonight. Kazai tries to work his way around, unable to do so. Dahlin there, great defensive play. Dahlin. And there's going to be a penalty coming up once again on the Icepack, as Kaufman and Kazai were getting into it behind the play. It's going to lead to, I believe that's Gifford, apologies. But again, Kazai drawing another penalty and another grand home furnishing power play opportunity for the Hokies. The Icepack are giving the Hokies chances to get back in this game, but again, it's the Hokies who are the ones that need to make that happen.
This is one of the power plays where you kind of control your own destiny. You got enough time to score 3, but you got to get out of this power play quickly. And you said it perfectly, Chris. You have to capitalize on the opportunities that the other team gives you. So far, Virginia Tech has not done that.
Well, timeout on the ice. I believe Virginia Tech, yep, they're the ones who call it a much-needed timeout for the Hokies and needing to assess how they're going to handle this power play that has been really stunted by the Icepack. Gives us a chance to remind folks, make sure to tune in every week for the Gobbler Effect here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network, sponsored by the Beach House Bar and Grill. Sit down and watch as me, Chris Pierce, talks with head coach Joey Mullen this weekend. You can catch it on the Gobbler Effect here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. You can watch it after tonight's game. Talked a little bit about this weekend. Talked a little bit about the playoffs and the implications that a weekend like this could have. Obviously, we had the big win last night, 4th in the region. We're number 2 last week before that loss to UNC Wilmington. Kyle, what is it going to need for the Hokies to overcome this weekend and potentially set themselves up for a possible regional national bye?
Well, a win tonight would be crucial. If you secure this win, you may have a shot at jumping up to the 2nd spot, with Florida Gulf Coast losing 2 this weekend. I believe they play Liberty after that, a very tough game that they'll have to face with. So a very big weekend for both teams.
Peduzzi shot that one off the post. How did that not go in? Toyer rubbing the post saying, "Thank you, my friend." As Peduzzi's shot, unfortunate for the Hokies. Rice will send that one in. Kazai, the first one there for the Hokies. He'll leave it for Fantozzi. Fantozzi to Peduzzi. Intended for Fantozzi. They went a little far behind him. Kazai there to back him up. Peduzzi, Kazai walks in, shoots that one, blocked by the Icepack. And again, the narrative of this defense holding strong on the penalty kill for NC State. Rice feeds it to Kazai. Peduzzi. Peduzzi, his wrist shot blocked once again by Oliver. And taking it now are the Icepack. Stops Johnson. Met there by Fantozzi, wasting some time off the clock, surrounded by 4 Hokies. Kazai coming up with it. 43 seconds on the power play for the Hokies on the Grand Home Furnishing power play. Sullivan. He'll skate up with it. Enters. Stops. Surveys. Has Lanigan. Take it himself. He'll wrist shot it. That one off the body of Stewart. But kept in. Lanigan. His wrist shot saved by Toyer. Rebound in front. Toyer trying to cover it up, and he does. Stretching out his legs in a split position. And another whistle and another fantastic save by Toyer.
You have got to give your props to this NC State goalie. Isaac Toyer is having a great game. Just somehow able to read the puck. His awareness with so much traffic from both teams has been incredible tonight.
I mean, we saw it last week with Dylan Clancy. It just seems now these Hokies are playing superhuman goalies, as Toyer, again, is just putting on an absolute performance in this must-win game for NC State. 3 minutes remaining, almost in this one. Lanigan, Gifford out of the box. Icepack out full strength. Another wasted power play for the Hokies. Prasma. He'll just send that to neutral ice. Tapped by Gifford off the Hokie bench, and we'll have a whistle. Obviously, in a game like this, you try to find the positives to take in the next week. The Hokies play James Madison here at the lot. It's going to be more of a warm-up game for the playoffs, obviously. It's going to be senior night, whiteout, but it's going to be a big focus point on what they need to work on for the playoffs, and to where they might face NC State again or UNC Wilmington, these teams who they've kind of struggled against now to start 2025, where we at the beginning of the season, that shot there, blocked. But at the beginning of the season, we thought, you know, this team was capable of beating anybody in this league and had the offensive firepower to really run the table. Though, as we've seen in these last couple of weeks, they've been more human than ever. Especially tonight against the Icepack, who've been their nemesis, what seems like for years. Is off the boards, Tucker Forrest, dangerous there, trying to glove it. Lobitz loses it. Kept in by Brenner. McAfee. 2 minutes and 30 seconds remaining. Brenner centers it, no one home. To Cray, trying to push an attack for the Hokies. Up to Globitz. Globitz works his way around Dolan, held there, and falls down, no whistle. Langston out of play, and we'll have a whistle.
The Hokies definitely starting to feel the pressure now. Just over 2 minutes. You can see the change, the sense and urgency that this team has really picked up in the last minute or so, trying to scrap together something.
If the result holds, the Hokies will be 1-2 against the Icepack this season. Both games are 1-goal games. Opening night was a 3-2 win by the Icepack. Last night, 6-5 overtime win by the Hokies. Again, these two teams evenly matched, as now a 2-on-1, possibly a 3-on-1 brewing, as losing the puck was Gifford. Would have been another opportunity there for the Icepack.
Great defense, salvaging that turnover there. Brian Rice just able to get in the way and spoil that fast break.
Just about 90 seconds remaining in this one. Lunder ahead to Kazai. He'll leave it for Paduzzi. To Kazai. Kazai stays with it. Shooting it. Saved by Toyer. Rebound. Lunder, his shot. Just off the glass behind the net. Charging after it. No icing called. Prasma. It was a 2-on-0, though had to go retrieve the puck. He tried to flip it to himself for a Michigan possibly, but he keeps it. And he'll waste more time off the clock as he'll skate around the zone. Prasma just playing with the puck. He'll dump it down with 1 minute remaining. 1 minute remaining. Prasma works his way around Rice. There's going to be an upcoming penalty against Virginia Tech. Rice tripped Prasma. Some chippy words exchanged between Rice and Gifford. Now Gifford and Lanigan are having some conversations. Well, Gifford will head to the box. It'll be an NC State power play. 17-5-3 on the season for Tim Healy's squad. With the win tonight, they'll improve to 18-5-3 for the Hokies. With a loss here, what certainly seems to be, unless they can score 3 goals in 52.6 seconds, they'll head to 21-3-1. Off the face-off, Tulo to Sullivan. Sullivan stays with it, spins around. Pressure there by Oliver. Hearn able to clear. Talk about ACCHL playoff implications come February. Hokies right now with 24 points. Currently the 2 seed, though. The Icepack have one against the Hokies tonight and another against UNC coming up. Certainly take that 2 seed, possibly 1 seed, depending on what Penn State does, as they control their own destiny. Have 2 against Delaware next week. The Hokies do have an outside shot at the 1 seed. They would need a lot to happen. They do have the division win, which guarantees them a top 3 seed, as time will expire and the Icepack will defeat the Hokies in Vinton. Final score 5-2. Kyle, your thoughts?
Well, the Hokies, first off, in the second period, did not look like they had everything put together. Just rotating in and out of the box. So many penalty minutes, and at that point, you're really just hurting yourself. Leaving a guy off the ice for that much time, and NC State capitalized on their opportunities. Now in the third period, NC State getting in the box quite a few times, and the Hokies not able to capitalize. That was really the story of the game here in the second and third periods, was the Icepack taking the opportunities that they were given, but the Hokies not able to do anything with them.
Well, NC State improves to 18-5-3 on the season and are 2-1 against the Hokies in the regular season, though I guarantee you, as luck might have it, as future as the past has told us, these two will definitely meet again sometime, and we'll be looking forward to that. Virginia Tech, on the other hand, falls to 21-3-1, their second loss in 4 games. They'll stay at home next weekend as folks come out to the lot next Friday, January 31st, as the Hokies will host their final regular season game in the program's annual senior night, a game against James Madison. Fans are encouraged to wear white in the team's first ever white out game, with the ceremony followed by puck drop at 7:30. You can catch all of that here on the Virginia Tech Hockey Network. Once again, final score: the North Carolina State Icepack 5, the Virginia Tech Hokies 2. Thank you for watching. My name is Chris Pierce. That's Kyle Bean. Jordan Parham, our videographer, and Anna Marine D, our producer, as always. We hope you have a great weekend and the great rest of the week. We'll see you next Friday night here at the lot. Until then, go Hokies.